You look at him and see a child, a companion, a small being that needs your protection. You believe that when he rubs against your legs or meows when he sees you arrive, he is expressing human gratitude. You are wrong. What you see as love, biology calls territorial mapping. What you interpret as affection, evolution defines as shared survival. Your cat does not see you as an owner. He does not even know what a human being is. To him, you are something much more complex, something that challenges the logic of nature. Welcome to the true feline world. Today, we are going to strip away your humanity so that you can finally see what your cat sees when he looks at you. Most people make the fatal mistake of projecting complex feelings of guilt, pride, or gratitude onto their cats. They think the cat knows it did something wrong or that it's being vindictive. Science tells us the opposite. Cats do not have a developed prefrontal cortex to process moral concepts of right or wrong. What you interpret as a guilty look is actually an instinctual response to your aggressive body language. You changed your tone of voice, your pupils dilated, your smell changed with the cortisol of your stress. The cat does not feel guilt, it feels danger. By humanizing him, you build a wall between the two of you. You stop listening to what his body is screaming because you're too busy listening to what your ego wants him to feel. Studies in anthrozoology and feline behavior, such as those developed by Dr. John Bradshaw, reveal something fascinating. When dogs interact with humans, they radically change their behavior compared to how they act with other dogs. They know we are different. Cats do not. When a cat raises its tail to you, rubs the side of its face on your hand, or kneads on your lap, it is using exactly the same behaviors it would use with its mother or with a colony partner. To your cat, you are a cat, an absurdly large cat, a strangely clumsy cat that does not know how to hunt, but that for some mystical reason has unlimited access to resources. You are a biological authority figure, a supermother who never stopped nursing. Feel the texture of that thought. Your cat does not underestimate you. He has integrated you into his species. He has granted you the honor of being part of his solitary pack. But to maintain this honor, you need to stop acting like a noisy primate and start acting like the stable resource he needs. The common mistake. You come home, see your cat on the couch, and open your eyes wide, smiling, staring at him intensely to show how much you love him. The technical reality: in nature, direct and fixed eye contact is a sign of imminent aggression or hunting. When you stare at your cat with wide eyes of love, his reptilian brain triggers an alert. He does not see adoration. He sees a 70-kilogram predator locking onto its target. The secret solution: the slow blink. By slowly closing your eyes and turning your gaze slightly away, you emit a chemical and behavioral signal that you are vulnerable. You are saying, "I trust you so much that I allow myself to close my eyes in your presence." This is not just a gesture. It is the key that unlocks the cat's limbic system to release oxytocin. Understand the weight of this. You are not spoiling your cat. You are rewriting his security code. The common mistake: talking to the cat in deep tones or using long and complex sentences, expecting him to understand the context of your day. The biological solution: cats have hearing specialized for high frequencies to detect the movement of rodents. The standard human voice is to them a dull background noise. To create a deep connection, you must use what we call feline parentes, short phrases, high-pitched but soft tones, sounds that mimic purring or the chirp, that little bird-like sound they make. It is not about what you say, it's about the vibration you emit into the environment. Your cat does not hear your words, he feels your intention through sound waves. If your voice vibrates with anxiety, he moves away. If it vibrates with the calm of a satisfied predator, he comes closer. Now that you understand you live in his world and not the other way around, we need to adjust your language. If you continue touching your cat as if he were a plush toy, you will never feel the real weight of his trust. Let's move to the technical points that separate pet owners from true guardians of the feline soul. The common mistake. You see the cat relaxed and start petting his back, going from the head to the base of the tail repeatedly. You think he loves it. Suddenly, he bites you or runs away. The biological solution: cats have extremely sensitive skin saturated with nerve receptors. What you call affection can quickly become overstimulation for them. It's like someone tickling you for 10 minutes straight. At some point, pleasure becomes pure irritation. The technical secret: focus on the sebaceous glands, cheeks, chin, and the base of the ears. That is where they produce friendship pheromones. By touching these areas, you're not just being nice, you're exchanging chemical signatures. You are saying, I belong to your group. Forget the belly. The belly is the vault of vital organs. When he shows it, he is testing your trust, not asking to be touched. The common mistake: going to the cat, picking him up without warning, interrupting his sleep to give him a kiss. The instinctual reality: in feline psychology, whoever initiates the interaction usually holds the power or is in a state of need. If you constantly invade his space, you become an unpredictable element in the territory. The technical solution? The digital invitation. Extend only your index finger at the level of his nose, about 10 centimeters away. Stay still. If the cat wants to interact, he will come to your finger and touch it with his nose. If he does not come, respect it. This small gesture of asking permission increases the value of your presence by 100%. You stop being an intruder and become a safe harbor. If you made it this far, it is because you don't just want a pet. You want a connection that most people will never experience. This channel was created to decode these silent secrets. If you feel that your relationship with your cat has already changed just by hearing these truths, click the subscribe button and leave your like. It is your way of telling the algorithm that the world needs more humans who truly understand what animal respect means. Leaving food available 24 hours a day. The so-called self-service. You think you're being generous. The biological solution. The cat's brain is designed for the cycle: hunt, kill, eat, clean, sleep. When you remove the hunt and the victory, you create a cat that is apathetic, anxious, or obese. The technical secret: turn mealtime into a moment of connection. Use wand toys before the meal. Let him win the hunt. When he finally eats after the exercise, his brain releases a burst of dopamine that he will associate directly with your presence. You become the provider of his success, not just the waiter. Trying to interact with the cat only at the floor level or on the couch. The psychological reality: verticality is safety. For a cat, being high is not just curiosity, it's a tactical advantage. A cat that has no vertical escape routes lives in a constant state of alert. If your cat is high on a shelf or a cat tree, do not try to take him down. Just stay nearby. Being at the same visual level as him while he is in his fortress creates a bond of equality. He feels that you understand his world. The common mistake: washing his bed every week with scented soap or using strong fragrances in the house. The secret biology: your cat's world is made of smells. To him, a house without his own odor is a strange house, a territory at war. When you remove his scent, you remove his peace. The technical solution: leave a piece of your worn clothing in a place where he likes to sleep. Your scent mixed with his creates what we call the colony aroma. This instantly reduces his cortisol. He does not need to see you to feel safe with you. He breathes you. We are reaching the core of the issue. You have already learned how to touch, speak, and feed, but there is one final barrier. A technique so simple that most people ignore it for being too easy. Yet, it is what separates a cat that merely tolerates you from a cat that would give its life to be by your side. The common mistake that destroys promising bonds is human neediness. We, primates, are addicted to constant feedback. We want the cat to respond when we call. We want him to stay on our lap when we decide. This invisible pressure creates static in the environment. The cat feels your hunger for attention.
and in nature, whoever is hungry is the hunter. If you are always seeking the cat, he instinctively assumes the role of the prey that must preserve itself. Here is the tip I mentioned, the simplest of all, the one that requires 0 effort and 100% awareness. It is called resting state mirroring. The technique is this: choose a moment when your cat is already relaxed in a room. Enter the same room. Do not speak to him, do not look at him, do not try to touch him. Simply sit on the floor or on a nearby chair and do a calm activity, such as reading or just breathing deeply. At that moment, you are sending the most powerful message in the animal kingdom. I am so safe, and you are so safe that we can lower our guards together. For a cat, the peak of intimacy is not playing or eating. It is sleeping or resting beside another being. By practicing passive presence, you are saying that your territory is a sanctuary of peace. In a few days, you will notice something magical. The cat will begin to reduce the distance. He will choose your lap, not because you picked
him up, but because your energy has become the safest place in the world. When you reach this level, the dynamic changes. You stop wondering whether your cat loves you and begin to feel the gratitude of being accepted by a creature that still carries wild DNA in its eyes. You are no longer just a human. You have become a fixed point in his universe, a source of warmth, a guardian of resources, and above all, a companion of silence. Deep connection is not born from noise. It blossoms in the space between two beings who do not need words to understand each other. You look at him, he blinks back, and in that microsecond, thousands of years of evolution are overcome by a simple gesture of mutual trust. If you feel that today you began to see your companion in a way you never imagined possible, your journey is only beginning. There is a universe of signals, instincts, and mysteries that cats try to communicate to us every day, and most of us simply do not know how to listen. I am your guide in this translation. To continue decoding your feline's mind and transform your home into the paradise he deserves, join us. Subscribe now to FelineIQ, because understanding your cat is the purest way to love him. Thank you for watching, and see you at the next level of connection.